I didn't dip that time.
That was good.
I didn't dip that.
Sorry. Do you think they'll notice?
All right, everybody, it's time. All right, here we go. Get those chestnuts roasted for Monica Nevi!
Thank you for being here and doing this. I'm so excited. This is perfect, except for this. It's gonna be fine. We're gonna get through it. Okay, are we good? Yeah, we're excited. We're doing it. Okay. Oh, I am so happy to be here. This is I wish this was every day. I wish this was every day. I love the holidays. I'm so happy we got to do a holiday special. What a stupid thing to do. We're here. We're doing it. I wish it was the holidays all year round. I love it. I love a holiday all year round thing, a Christmas thing, if you can find it. Did you know there's a place in Indiana called Santa Claus, Indiana? Yes, real place. And I went to it when I was working in Indiana. I was so excited. All it is a town that has a theme park called Holiday World, which is a Christmas-themed theme park, which of course was closed in the winter. I assume because just like in the Bible, it is attached to a water park called Splash and Safari. I would love to show you pictures from Santa Claus, Indiana. I only took one, though. It was of a giant reindeer statue because it had huge balls. I thought that was important to document. Because either that is not accurate, and the sculptor was like, I'm gonna put these on here anyway. Or that is accurate. And they were like, how else are they gonna know how they fly? I love a Christmas thing all year round, love it. You know who does not like a Christmas thing all year round? People who work there, they hate it. There's a bar in Appleton, Wisconsin called Cleo's. It is a Christmas-themed bar. I love it. I was working there in April, go to the Christmas bar. I'm so excited, get my drink, go to the jukebox, put on some Christmas music, turn around, everyone is furious. I was like, oh no. I put $50 in this thing. I know Christmas music has been under some scrutiny in the past few years. And I have a thought. Christmas music should be about Christmas. Santa Claus, stockings, reindeer, shit like that. So when we try to make it about love, that it gets fucked up. All old Christmas songs about love have this skewed perception of what love is. 12 Days of Christmas, that's what your true love gave you, a house full of bird shit, that person hates you. There's so many birds in that song. And I think every person in here is entitled to a wonderful relationship where you are loved and you love that person and there's good communication and support and understanding. But if you ever come home and open the door and your partner has 8 bitches and they're milking cows, there are dudes dancing around in tights playing the flute, you can leave. You can divorce that person. I love Christmas music, but it's all old language, so I don't really understand it. And we just keep remaking the same things over and over again. So I'll understand like little parts of it, like joy to the world. That makes sense to me, no matter what you celebrate, joy to the world, right? The next line in that song is the Lord is come. Which I'm not gonna try to figure out what that means. But let's just stick to the beginning part, maybe, joy to the world, right? Whether the Lord has come, Santa came, or you came, I don't know, just joy to everybody. It is old language, I don't get it, you know? Don we now our gay apparel, I'm like, that's all my clothes, I don't know what. I am a gay, I'm a Christmas gal, though. I married a Halloween lady. It's a good combo, though. If you don't know what a Halloween lady is, if you're also gay, that means she's a Scorpio. If you're straight, that means she's scary. She's in charge. Look into a Halloween person. Get into it. You don't have to be a Christmas person either. You can be whatever else. Diwali dude, Hanukkah guy, Kwanzaa queen, doesn't matter. Just want to make sure we cover all the bases, and so everyone is equally offended. Doesn't matter what you're into. Try a Halloween person. You know, get some Halloweener. You know, I don't know. Find yourself a spooky snooch. That one's not. That's not as good. That sounds like it's haunted. It's not. My wife's vagina is not haunted. Okay. Except by me. I just move her keys around in there, though, but. That's a fun one, okay. I love Christmas. I don't have a religious connection to the holidays, so I didn't grow up religious, so we just went with the commercial holidays, you know, and it turns out Christians have the best marketing team, I guess. I don't know, the holiday traditions don't really have anything to do with the story, but I didn't go to church, so I don't really know the story, right? Like, we celebrate Easter. We get together every year on Easter. This is what I know of that story. The main guy dies, comes back 3 days later, and now a rabbit shits eggs in your yard. I don't get it, but I hunt for them. Christmas makes the most sense to me if Jesus and Santa are enemies. They're like high school girl enemies, you know? Because Jesus is like, it's my birthday! Santa's like, want a bad bitch? I'll make this about me real quick. Give everyone else gifts. I'm sure there's backstory to all the traditions that I don't know, but it doesn't, like, if we get it all together, you're like, it just seems like a bunch of people are hanging out on drugs, throwing things out, and now we've done it for hundreds of years, maybe. I don't know. Because really, it was, you know, they're just hanging out, and they're like, okay, oh, I got one. Trees? Inside. Put them inside. Okay, oh, I'll piggyback off of that. Lights? Put them outside. Switch them. That's great. We just keep doing it. I don't know, I think you can tell a lot about people's drug use by their Christmas decorations. You can, you know, and there's even more subtle things, like nothing says I have a secret pill addiction more than a flocked Christmas tree, okay? If you don't know, so this is what happens, some people don't know what a flocked Christmas tree is. If you don't know what a flocked Christmas tree is, the one that is, you take a normal Christmas tree, right, and then you spray it, and then you roll it in crushed up Vicodin. And it looks like it snowed, you know? It's a tough game right now. You know, I'm from the Seattle area. I'm a liberal person, woke person, try to be. The holidays are the worst time to be a woke person, okay? There is a war on Christmas, and I'm not sure what side I'm supposed to be on. It's very confusing, because one side is like, don't say happy holidays. It's Merry Christmas only. And the other side is like, let's not celebrate anything. And I'm in the middle, just trying to eat before anyone notices. Get out of here. I do think it's funny that very conservative people love Christmas. They really stand up for Christmas, right? Christmas is the gayest of the holidays, okay? It is. It's all glitter and singing and carpentry for the lesbians. It is. So gay. Then you learn what they're about. Like, I didn't know, like Thanksgiving, I didn't know that backstory because I was born, raised, and educated right here in the United States of America. So I celebrate the holidays, but do not know what they're about. Thanksgiving's the worst one. Turns out it used to be my favorite. That's the worst one. American Thanksgiving is our two favorite things as Americans, which is eating too much and murder. We love murder. You love it. Whether you want to do murder or you want to listen to a podcast about it, you love it. Finding out what really happened was like finding out my best friend was a serial killer. And then being like, well, we'll still have cake on his birthday. Doesn't make any sense. And I would celebrate anything. I would love to. What if we just celebrated all of them? We'll start Diwali, Thanksgiving, Hanukkah, Christmas, New Year's Eve. Kwanzaa's in there. It's a whole thing. Just take the whole month and a half off. Well, take it all off. Who cares? If you get National Cat Day off, take that one too. Who cares? You need a break, you know? I would celebrate all of them. I'm from the Pacific Northwest. I only had one Jewish friend growing up, and she still celebrated Christmas. So everything I know about Hanukkah is from Adam Sandler, and that seems wrong. Oh. I got married last year. So, thanks. Oh, good. Appreciate it. It changes the holidays because now I'm a step parent. And nothing ruins the holidays more than children. Oh my God. There's so much stuff to do. Okay. We do the elf on the shelf. Do you know the elf on the shelf? Okay. If you don't know the elf on the shelf, it's a little elf you move around the house each night. It's another device you use to scare your kids into not being assholes. Which I used to judge parents for. When it first came out, I was working at a Boys and Girls Club, and I was like, why don't you just parent your kid so that they're not a dickhead? And then you get one, and you're like, oh, that's impossible, they're all assholes. Tell them whatever you need to. Be like, the Easter Bunny is in your bed, fuck off. You move the elf around the house each night. The problem is, sometimes you forget to move the elf. Then you gotta Google reasons why the elf didn't move. And you're like, oh, it says here he's hungover. I don't know. Someone's hungover, that's why I didn't move. People get too into it. These new, like a lot of parents, you try to do too much, especially during the holidays, right? The elves are supposed to be mischievous. So people are like messing up their kitchens in the middle of the night, putting flour on everything, spaghetti all over the walls. Our elf is not doing that. Our elf has OCD. If I'm gonna do all that, we need more out of our son. At least creatively. Our elf's name is ELFIE. Kids do that. If it's a lamb, Lammy. Dolphin, Dolphiny. I've heard it. If I'm gonna mess up at the kitchen and I'll do all that in the middle of the night, I need him to walk in and be like, hey, this is our elf, Carl. And he has seen some shit. That's the thing I didn't know about parenting. I thought parents knew what they were doing. Common misconception. I thought my parents knew what was going on. You're just making it up. Just hoping for the best. So I don't know. And I came in late, you know? I got him when he was 5. Got him. Sounds like he's a rescue. I came into his life when he was 5. He's 10 now. Is that too old to believe in Santa Claus? See, some people say no, some say yes. No one knows, right? All I know is that we're not the ones to tell him. That's some dickhead at school's job. It's not ours. Last year was I thought that was gonna be the year, right? Came home from school, and he was like, my friend at school said she doesn't believe in Santa Claus. And I was like, oh, here we go. And I said, well, what do you think about that? He said, I don't think we can be friends anymore. Still very into it, right? But here's the thing. We don't have a religious connection to the holiday. We are not religious. However, we don't tell him what we think religiously. We want him to make those decisions on his own. Turns out, you gotta check in every once in a while. I don't know what he's been watching, but we were talking about a more conservative area of the country. I said, oh, that's a more conservative area of the United States. He said, conservative, what does that mean? I was like, ooh, good question. I said, maybe it means they believe different things than people in Seattle believe. And he said, oh, they think God is real? Which we've never talked about, ever. So apparently he does not believe in God, but he fervently believes in Santa Claus. Which I kind of get, because I don't necessarily believe in Santa. I don't necessarily believe in God, but I definitely still believe in Hallmark movies. Yeah, I am happily monogamously gay married to another woman. But there's a large part in the back of my brain that is waiting for a jaded businessman from New York to come and save our toy shop, all right? So hopeful, the Hallmark movie, so hopeful. Hallmark movies are where actresses who were popular in 2002 go to live on a farm until they die. It's wonderful. It's true, you gotta buy into it. It's a lot of propaganda, the holiday movies, a lot of propaganda, right? There's a lot of pressure on the holiday spirit, okay? A lot of pressure on the holiday spirit in these movies. They're like, what, is your dad a dick? It's probably because he hasn't sang Christmas carols in a while. Did you think about that? Oh, you've been single for 8 years? Why don't you put up some lights, you dumb bitch? Like, it's just... There's so much different stuff now, like... The kids are different now, I get it. It's like writing letters to Santa. When I was a kid, I wrote one letter to Santa a year. And it went something like this. It was like, Dear Santa, what up, dog? Hope you're good. Speaking of good. Nailing it. Here's a list of shit I'd be interested in, right? These kids are more emotionally aware, okay? First of all, our son asked me what I thought ELFIE was doing in August. It's cute, but I didn't, and you know, we play along. I didn't have the heart to tell him that ELFIE is face down, ass up in our closet. Let him enjoy his vacation. He's like writing letters to Santa like once a week, and they're not about, he's like, Santa, what's your favorite color? You know, how are you doing emotionally? Like, my wife and I are trying to respond how we think Santa would be doing right now. I'm like, oh, stressed, man, quit writing me letters. You keep them. You keep the letters until they get older so you can show them, right? You keep the letters. And you get to, you go, oh, look at how fucking stupid you were. You make exceptions for everything during the holidays. It's a different time. You know, you eat different stuff, whatever you tell your kids, different things than you would the rest of the year. The rest of the year you say, you know, stranger danger. Don't talk to strangers. The holidays roll around, you're like, you better go sit on that man's lap. You want presents or not? Quit crying, it's not a real elf. Then you don't know, like... Look, all of you, your family does some weird holiday traditions that is not really a tradition, okay? It's something that they did and you were like, this is Christmas, I don't know. Now, I have to be honest with you, my family is very weird. Not in a scary way, not in a scary way. Like if you came over, you'd feel safe. but you would quite a few times be like, what the fuck is happening? Our holiday traditions are the worst time for this. Every year, for I think the past 30 years, both Thanksgiving and Christmas, my uncle does what we call cutting the crayons. They're here. They can vouch. Which is when he takes the can of cranberry, like jellied cranberries, you know those ones, right? Okay. Puts it out, lays it on its side very precisely, slices the cranberries. Difference is he makes the whole family stand around and watch him do it. Every single time. Lord help you, you bring a new partner over, he makes them stand right here. They look away, he's like, you're gonna miss it. He wears a robe sometimes. There's music, it's a ceremony, really. The best part is, found out 2 years ago, nobody eats them. We've just been pardoning cranberries for years. This is how I found out. 2 years ago, he texts the group Thanksgiving morning, says, oh my gosh, I forgot to get cranberries. Does anybody have any? And I responded and said, I found some in the pantry. They're expired though. And he said, oh, it doesn't matter. But they commit. I'm not saying, like, that's not a joke. 30 years he's been doing that, okay? Very committed, okay? Here's 6 years ago. We're at Christmas. My father opens a gift. It is a shirt. I don't know what came over me, but I said, let me smell it. He hands me the shirt. I smell it. My uncle sees me do this, and he goes, let me smell it. And then we passed it around the circle like you would a birthday card that everybody's pretending to read. And everyone just smelled it and kept going. So now everyone smells everyone's gifts every time. And it would make sense if it was like lotions or a candle, but I'm talking like kitchenware, gift card. Doesn't matter, we're smelling it. I did it in public the other day. For someone's birthday, we got kicked out. Just kidding. They're a good time, though. Obviously, very loyal, weird, committed family. But that's my favorite part of the holidays is them. That's my favorite part is to be with them, to get together with them. Mostly because it means my grandma's going to say something crazy. Not in a racist way. I feel like I have to clarify that. As a white person, I think it is normal for white people to have one cool grandma, one racist grandma. Does that feel correct? Yeah, you're like, I'm from Alabama, it is two racist grandmas. Just my cool grandma. Thanksgiving last year, she decided she was gonna give out some advice at the dinner table. She had one Bud Light, let's do this. My 19-year-old cousin has her first boyfriend. Grandma goes, Bailey, if you can't afford to get your boyfriend a gift for Christmas, just hide naked in the house somewhere. What was that, Grandma? What'd you say? She goes, yeah, let him find you. So now we're all imagining Grandma naked in a closet. Just yelling, you're getting warmer. Then she called my grandpa sugar dick. And everyone stopped eating. It's a fun place. It's a good... She does every time now. My grandparents are old. That's what happens to grandparents. They get old. Okay, so she needs a walker to get around. So they didn't come to our wedding last year. So at Christmas last year, she sits down, she looks up at me and she goes, you got married? I said, yeah. She said, I wasn't there. I said, yeah. She goes, it's not because you're gay. Thank you for clarifying. And then she looked at the two of us and she said, now that you two are married, if you want to have a baby, I'll carry it. And then she looked around the room and said, now I just need to find a dude. Oh my gosh, you guys, this was the most fun special I've ever taped. That was so great. You guys are fantastic. Second best Christmas I've ever had. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you. You're the best. Thank you.
Monica Nevi, everybody! All right, we got a gift.
You gotta open it first. Smells like wrapping paper. Oh my good, it is the merch that's available in the lobby after the show. That says I still believe in Hallmark movies. Look at that. That's fun. Buy one for your mom. Also have a magnet that says the same thing. How beautiful is that? If you're cheap, you know, that's better, I guess. And if you're like, I'm just here because I love comedy and this was a fun time, but I'm a Halloween person, I got a Halloween person sticker for you. Hey! Look at that! You guys. Thank you so much again for being here. This was so much fun. I know it's way past your bedtime, so thank you, each of you. I'll be out in the lobby afterwards. You want to say hi?
You're weird.
Yes.